I'm Ruchika. I'm at CDT, and I'm going to talk about AI memory as a governance surface. So many of you by now have heard about AI agents. These are systems that can plan and act on a user's behalf with reduced supervision, which is both a scary and an exciting development. Exciting because I'm all for an AI agent automating my grocery order for the week. Just take it off my plate. But also scary because I am very much against the same AI system accidentally making a purchase order for $31 just for eggs, which is a real error an AI agent has made when the user simply asked it to find the cheapest eggs nearby. AI agents are risky and complex to govern. They're being built to access email, personal files, the internet, which increases the risk surface for privacy and cybersecurity breaches. And at the same time, their increased autonomy means reducing opportunities for human supervision. But one particularly notable aspect is what an AI agent is allowed to remember and how that reshapes the emerging risk landscape. Companies like Google, OpenAI, Meta, Anthropic are racing to build AI systems that can remember you. Google recently launched Personal Intelligence, which seeks to pull your email, your photos, your YouTube search history to provide personalized AI assistance, which supposedly is supposed to make it more helpful. Which, on the surface, makes sense. Think about it. So much of what we as humans are able to do depends on what we can remember to do. So it is with AI agents that the more they can remember, the more they can do for their users. It's like we remember to bring our friend the exact right flavor of ice cream because we remember that their preference changes depending on whether they're throwing a party or going through heartbreak. Memory is similarly what allows an AI system to remember a user's preference, carry context from one conversation to another, and even improve task performance over time. The problem is that the more that they can do, the more is at risk for when they fail. For example, today you might ask a single AI system to draft an email for work, or budget for holiday gifts, or get medical advice, all often in the same conversation thread. Data that used to previously sit in separate permission silos now sits together, pooled under one lock. So when an AI agent then links to external apps or tools or other agents to execute tasks, that same data that used to earlier sit on your health app or your work email or your personal note, now sitting under that one lock, risks seeping into shared pools. So what then is keeping a casual chat about your dietary preferences from later influencing the health insurance options that you're offered? Or what happens if, like, a search query for accessible entrances seeps into salary negotiations? Or a single privacy breach or a single security breach exposes the entire mosaic of your life online? These privacy issues might sound familiar from big data, and that's true. But memory-enabled AI systems make these problems more entangled, which, not just changes the scale of the problem, but also the texture of the problem. So where does that leave us? All of us in the room today must urgently consider and ensure that the design and policy choices underpinning these AI memory systems are being built with an eye to preserving user safety, privacy, and control. 3 things can help. First, AI developers need to start with memory systems that allow control over which memories are used and how. What does that mean? At minimum, memory systems must be able to distinguish between specific memories, related memories, and broader categories of memories like job-related or health-related. There also needs to be usage restrictions on sensitive memories, especially those related to, let's say, medical conditions or protected characteristics. And until we have better explainability, developers might just need to stick to simpler, more governable systems rather than jumping to build memory systems where you're embedding memories directly into the model itself. And all of us in this room can help ensure that there are greater incentives to invest in such privacy protecting infrastructure. Second, users need to actually be able to see, edit, and delete memories about themselves. As a user, you should be able to ask in human speak, what do you remember about me? Get a clear answer from the AI system, and then meaningfully change that should you so wish to. But just as critically, user-facing controls can't bear the full burden. We need AI providers to establish stronger defaults, better technical guardrails, and just clearer rules. Third, we need better evaluations that can capture not just model capabilities, but the risks as they emerge in the wild. That requires ensuring that developers are investing in measuring and testing privacy-protecting methods, and that independent researchers have access to evaluate these systems and inform improvements. Ultimately, we need to examine AI memory not just as a technical feature, but a governance surface. Think of it almost as a technological entry point that also works as a convening space for policymakers, civil society, and companies to make AI systems safer. The choices we are going to make with AI memory systems today are going to decide how much room we have to make better choices about privacy and control in a fast emerging future of powerful AI systems. And that is lunch. Thank you, everyone.